G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Craig Cobb here, aka Trader Cobb, COBB on X. Give me a follow. And Craig Cobb on Facebook. Many of you already know that. And hope you had a fantastic weekend. And last week, well, it was a good week. It was pretty slow, I'll be honest. It was a pretty damn slow week, to be honest. I'll show you a couple of things on the chart that might make you think, well, hang on, it was a big week for Bitcoin. Yeah, maybe it was. But as far as trading goes, I think it was only one trade that I took. I had a whole bunch in my watch list, but I took one trade, got my 1-to-1, and then in a big move, more or less this morning, got taken out. The short was here on dot. I did document that on Facebook and X for the most part. A couple of others that did really quite nice moves that you may still be in is this one here, same sort of thing. This AIXBT, same thing, got 1-to-1. You'd still be in here though. Lumia on the daily as well, a little bearish candle there. And finally, this one here that did not play out. So all of those are now out of my watch list. But I'm not here to tell you about what was last week from the trading side of things, other than just to say it was slow. If you didn't find much there, well, you're probably doing the right thing in many cases, because some weeks there's not a great deal of opportunity, and those are the weeks where you should be doing something else. I'm hopeful to see things shift. I did say with my trades last week as well, given they were shorts, that I hope that they do reverse and we get uptrends kicking back in. And that is starting to be a little bit of the case of what we're seeing. Now, I'm going to start here on Bitcoin, and I'm going to look at it on the weekly. Because when we look at that weekly, 7.34%, not bad at all. Yeah, I totally agree. And look as well where it moved from. We came back down into this cradle zone. We then pushed out of that cradle zone with a bullish candle. We rejected 100,000. We did not close below 100,000. A very strong rejection of 100 grand with a bullish candle right there. Now, we have just broken the high of that candle first thing this morning when this candle closed at a high of 108,507. We did break above it only just, and what I'm hoping to see here is that the momentum does shift now with that bullish candle breaking the highs and being where it is to uptrend. To buyers, we see that occur. We take out this all-time high, and we may just be at the very early stages of what could be a very spectacular run for Bitcoin. I say could be. Why? Well, because it's a market. It will do whatever it wants. I don't have a magic crystal ball. I do have 20 years of experience trading, and I do follow trends, and it's backed up by this monthly. Again, a pullback into that cradle zone, bullish candle breaking the high, and some real momentum starting to come in. It's been a slow month of June, and it's about to wrap up, currently up 2.77%. Now, you will read statistics that will say things like July is typically a good month for Bitcoin, blah, 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 blah. Whilst that's great for a positive outlook and a good narrative for bulls, the reality is I don't really care. The market's going to do what the market's going to do. Just because Julys have been good in past years doesn't mean it's going to be good now. I'm going to stick to what I know. I'm going to stick to following the trend. And if I can get Bitcoin breaking the all-time high over here, I will have this weekly back into an uptrend, and it will be very, very positive indeed. Now, what it was last week was more or less all the move occurred on that Monday with 4.34%. And we did grind higher from there. We did grind, but there was no real good cyclicity. We didn't really do too much. As you can see, a very slow grind through here, then sideways for a bit. Now we're going back into the wonky donkey. We're up a bit, we're down a bit, we're up a bit, we're down a bit, and we fall back into a consolidation here on the mid time frame of the 4-hour. So what am I waiting for Bitcoin? Well, I just told you, for it to break out to new all-time highs. It'd be nice to see momentum shift into gear, giving us some lower time frame trends so I can sink my teeth into some trades. But for the time being, the trades will be where the trades are. Now, I want to show you the top 10 here. Because what we do have now is we do have some higher lows. Here's a higher low here on Ethereum, not the clearest. Again, we've got to break up through this level. A bit of a level might start to form. It's a little bit too radical and wild at the moment. I'm waiting to see if we can build into this, potentially giving me one of my trading strategies, a Bitcoin breakout trade there. But in time, because it's not ready just yet. Next up, Binance. There is a higher low on Binance. There is a higher high. Not much else to speak of. Cardano continues with its downward trend, but again, here is the potential for a higher low right here. And why do I say potential? And the reason I say potential is because it's not a higher low until it breaks this level here, which would then create a higher high. A higher low and a higher high equals uptrend, mate. And that's what we want. We want these uptrends to kick back into gear. We want the buyers to return into the market, and something like Cardano certainly would do well with some buyers coming in, because it's been a little bit not so good for Cardano holders of late. But there's a higher low and a higher high, hopefully comes this week. Doge, but higher low, has a higher high. Now, what we need is momentum. Solana, higher low, higher high. Not bad momentum there, I must say, on that daily time frame. What time frames am I now looking for trades on? Well, none at this stage, because the 12-hour wall, the moving averages are in the correct order there. They are not currently on the daily. So again, the message is I am going to be waiting. On XRP next, a higher low needs to break up through this high of $2.23. Pushing us back into an uptrend on XRP. Tron, clicking away, I should say, and a little bit of cyclicity coming in slowly on the 4-hour. When I say cyclicity, I'm talking about trends that are tradable. A higher low, a higher low to a higher high. I want that cyclicity to start to band out a bit more, to extend itself, to get that real, bouncing ball predictability to it. It is not there just yet, but in time, perhaps actually, to be honest with you, the 60-minute, the 1-hour time frame, this is what I'm looking for. Higher low, higher high. A pullback into here for a small bullish candle, provided it fits all of my rules, could be a long opportunity in the next few hours. So that could be something that pops up. Next up, we've got Link here. Higher low, higher high, waiting for momentum. AVAX, higher low, higher high. You guessed it, waiting for momentum. So a lot of the market is trying to reverse from a downtrend into an uptrend. And in many cases, it has moved into an uptrend. The problem is, not the problem. What we are lacking is the next wave of buyers to really get some momentum, stretch out those moving averages, and give people like me and you opportunities to be trading the market. Bitcoin's dominance, well, let's have a look at that, because it was a bit of an interesting week for Bitcoin's dominance. The week before, we were up 1.57% after grinding very slowly for quite some time. Last week, we were down 0.5%, but look at this daily chart. Again, a beautiful trend, a higher low, a higher high, but a deep pullback, rejecting the momentum pushing higher. This is not what we want to see for the rest of the market. We want to see the rest of the market, the alts, start to push higher. And this is why this pulled back, because those alts did have a couple of days where they did do more upside than what Bitcoin did. Hence, the Bitcoin dominance chart decreases slightly. On to the total market cap next. I'll show you this on the weekly time frame first and foremost, because it's a bullish candle off of 3 trillion, which seems to be a bit of a support level, bit of a round number. Bounced off of it, bullish candle. Now what I want to see again, guys, I just want to see momentum moving higher, taking out this high and eventually taking out this 3.72 trillion high as well. That would also look very nicely with this monthly chart, which looks very similar to Bitcoin's monthly as well, except for Bitcoin has moved better because, of course, alts have been dragging the total market cap back a little bit. So at the end of the day, I will be doing what I always do. I'll be trading the trends. And for the time being, it's just about being patient and just waiting for those trends to really just jump out at us. If I'm not seeing things that fit what I'm looking for in the market, well, I'm disciplined enough and I've been doing this long enough to know that I won't trade. And until this momentum kicks back to the upside, if that's what it's going to do, then I'm not going to be too involved. There will be a scan that I do tomorrow in my community. Guys, I'll be back again tomorrow morning before the close of the market to show you what I'm looking at. I'm pretty pumped to do it, to be honest, because a few things have shifted since my last scan on Friday. And I hope this finds you well. Please do make sure that you are on my free newsletter. Link will be provided either on this post, or you can go in my bio, or just visit thegrowmeco.com. I'll be putting a newsletter out tomorrow, going into a bit more depth and showing what I find from my scan as well, to see where the momentum might be, if it has shifted, and how I'll be taking the week on as a trader. So make sure you're on that every Tuesday. Take care, guys. Have a fantastic week. What a good start to the week we have. Why? Well, because we got a little bit of a bullish weekly candle. Let's see if we can carry that through and get this bloody bull market on the go. Take care, guys. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.